Trivia tunes. Danny Music. Trivia tunes. Danny Music. Cartoon. Danny Music.
Such an awesome song. Love it.
Someday I'll be able to get that quick enough. Anyways, hello everybody. My name is Zach,
and I'm Evan.
Of course, I'm here with my co-host Evan, and today we have a very special guest coming from. I think this is the farthest away a guest has ever been for our podcast. Actually, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a bit farther than Portland, at least. Please, everybody, welcome Francis Florencio.
Hey, it's me. It's Francis. Hey. Hey.
How you doing today, Francis?
I'm probably better than most people right now, because probably some of them are being held hostages or dead.
So, thanks for such a positive start to our podcast.
Man, your ratings are like...
Yeah, it's a great message, isn't it? Life sucks, but not for us.
Well, that was Francis. Thanks for coming on to our podcast.
Anyway,
where do we go from there? Let's talk about the people held hostage.
Well, why don't we start with the pre-written questions?
Yeah, that.
What is it that first got you into animation?
You know, can do that.
You can go ahead and start us off, Evan.
Yeah,
Frankie, what first got you into animation?
Oh, man, it's kind of like a long story. You want me to tell you that? It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so I never drew until I was in like 6th grade, I think it was, and a friend of mine used to be like really good at drawing, and I used to like kind of like follow him before judo was a thing. Like, man, this guy is so fucking good. I want to be like him. And over the summer of that year, I started like learning like about anatomy and how to draw and shit. And I got one of those how to draw manga books. And I started like learning how to draw and stuff. And when I came back, I was like, hey, look at my drawings. I was like, okay, cool, great. Then high school came over and I stopped drawing because I like didn't feel like it, and I was more into music and that kind of stuff. So I didn't draw at all until November of 2011. So that's like 5 years or so that I didn't draw at all. So I started watching YouTube videos and stuff like, and on Newgrounds too, a lot of like good animation stuff. Like, oh, I should go back to animation. Like, I'm not doing music anymore. So what's the worst that could happen? This looks easy enough. Yeah. So I started drawing and sketching again. Then I bought like a $20 tablet, one of those cheap ass tablets. I don't know, and started drawing and stuff again, not digitally. And there's a friend of mine that's a comedian here, kind of known, and he has these jokes and stuff. And I told him, hey, I'm doing animation now, you know that, man? I could do an animation for you with one of your jokes. I was like, okay, cool. Will we have it for like a week? I'm like, yeah, I can do that, man. But like, I didn't actually know animation at that point. Like, I had like probably like a month doing it, like just doodling and just doing tests and stuff. So that was January of 2012, 2 years ago. And in a week, I have this really shitty, badly animated thing, and that's the first thing on my channel. It's a 1 minute something joke from him. And yeah, from that, I just started like doing more stuff and whatever. Then I met this guy that makes animations called Ross Bollinger, and he started teaching me shit too. And yeah, I just kept going from that. That's that's my origin story, just like Batman, but better.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Right.
very much a Batman story.
Yeah, well, my parents weren't killed, but
Thankfully.
Well, we could fix that for you.
that could
Never
get
again.
better. But
So,
yeah,
Did you find it easy to transition back into drawing regularly?
no, it was so hard because like when I started, like I was watching so much like anime and stuff, and I was like everything I knew was from like the anatomy and all, and everything was from like anatomy and all that shit. So I had to start like digging like character design and all these different styles and whatever, you know. So yeah, it was in now was digitally was way different than doing it on paper. So yeah, it was really hard actually. Well, not hard like took me a lot of time because it took me like 2 months or so to like start
yeah.
again. But like it was every day drawing, practicing new stuff, and I still do that. Like if I don't draw one day, I feel like empty. If I don't animate something new every day, I feel like I'm going back to zero all over again.
Right on.
I definitely agree with that. I'm the same way about writing. I gotta be
Yeah.
doing something every day to just
You gotta
really get into
practice
that mode.
And it's not because oh man I gotta get better because I'm gonna get more jobs and shit. It's more like shit. I suck. I suck. I gotta do like I gotta like look at this guy. This guy is doing so many cool stuff, and I'm just this is shit. Like I gotta do something new, something better.
Yeah.
Good things.
Okay, so you said you didn't really get into it until you watched videos on YouTube. Do you feel like YouTube is a really good resource for new animators?
It depends, cause like when you're starting, you don't have like that eye for animation and that eye for like timing and spacing and like yards and all this stuff. So like everything you see is amazing.
Hmm.
Like 2NES animation, it's the best, and shit that people don't even quite animate. You're like, oh my, like I was such a big fan of Film Cow, and I still am, but like for the writing now. But like the animation is like, oh man, when I started, I was like, oh man, look, like he's talking, like shit, that's amazing. And now
Yeah.
I'm like, and now I'm um, like the writing is cool,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's how. So yeah, it's good. It's good if you know where to look. Like if you got a friend that's like, hey, look at Harry Partridge, or hey, look at I don't know, look at all these films from Goblins and before animation. You're like, oh man, that's a good start. But like if you're like, oh man, look at that cool animation making that with winning, like shit, that's my shit right there. Not my word.
So you mentioned Film Cow as kind of like an inspiration to help you kind of get into animation. What do you have any like other big inspirations that really got you into drawing and animation?
When I started, like the first videos that I just like that kind of got me were the Temporals videos, like his animations, and that's like the first guy that I follow on Newgrounds, and that's the first guy that I follow on Tumblr, and that's the first guy that I follow on Twitter. Like the first video that I saw is like, oh man, it's kind of funny, it's kind of well animated, and I just followed everything. Like even my style, my first animations, you can kind of see like how he draw his characters and stuff. Like of course, like changed them a little bit. But, like you can see, there's a lot of the temporals, like bits here and there. Um, for writing, I like Phil Cow. Animation, I think my biggest inspiration on YouTube is Harry Partridge. But I pretty much like I don't know. It really depends. Like I just getting convenient. Start like watching everything. And I have a folder around. Um, I have a folder around in my computer here, just full of like references from like drawings that I see on like Tumblr and Facebook and anywhere, anything that I find, I just put in that like reference box. And every time I have to draw something, I open that folder and I start like, oh man, this style looks kind of cool. Like, should animate in this style or I should draw in this style. So yeah, I would say it's like a million things that kind of inspire me, I guess.
Right on.
But you can
I mean,
kind of see.
Yeah,
Hey.
well, I mean, like we were watching some of your videos earlier. You have like a lot of different styles that you use.
Yeah, I don't have any specific style. Like I know a lot of people are like, yeah, this is my style, like this is what I sell, man. You know, it's just my shit. But I'm like, I don't have a style. And I guess like maybe two videos. If you watch two consecutive videos, you can see a style. Like in the third one, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. It's because I just opened that folder I told you about, and I'm like, this kind of looks cool, and this looks cool, so I'm gonna like mix them and start doing that, and that's it. That's a new style. That's what I'm gonna draw. Besides,
That's
it's good when you have like different styles, like you can work with
yeah.
anyone.
You could be
Yeah,
a lot more versatile with it. Like you would go from like your really simple stuff, like what was it Booty Man,
yeah,
like really
great
simple, and
color,
then
man.
and right after it you had what was it Holiday, which is like
Yeah,
drastically. It looks a lot cleaner first of all, and the whole
yeah.
message is entirely different. It's really cool.
And then you see others like my last two where I don't even like complete all the lines. I just fill in with color in some parts. And even the animation style is completely different. 'Cause I'm telling you, like every day before like going to sleep, I do maybe a test or two from stuff that I haven't like done in a really long time or stuff that I've never done. So that way, I always keep my like skills fresh. It's
Right
like
on.
fresh.
Well, you want to keep them fresh. You have to. It's like a daily.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So okay, well, so how were you first introduced to Frederator? I mean, we have a lot of people that are coming on it. Were you like told by a friend, or did you see it, or how did you get on board with that?
there's a guy named he's in the network. It's called Biggs Crocker. I don't know. I don't remember. No, I'm lying. I know his last name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Coker, but I don't know. I don't remember how to pronounce it. And there's also Steve, Pearl. Um, they both told me that they were with Rederator, and I was like, wait, really? Oh,
Right on.
cool. And a month passed, and they emailed me like, "Hey, you wanna join the network?" I was like, are you guys serious? I have like 200 subscribers. Like, why? Like, what? Really?" And then I just joined. It's my great story.
No, hey.
Yeah.
A lot of people have gotten on like with almost nothing because they opened it to pretty much everybody, so it was really cool.
Yeah, that's something that I like. It's not bad, but I'm like, wow, this guy. And like some of these people, like, are really fucking good, but like they don't have like an online presence. Like they don't do shorts every day or not every day, but like every month or every 2 months. It's more like I made this great, amazing film, and I'm gonna do a new one after between works in like
Yeah.
6 months. You know, it's not like I'm gonna do this cool joke about I don't know Power Rangers this week.
Right on.
And there are others that do a lot of stuff, but like they don't have many subscribers. Like that guy, David Levi, I think is his stuff is really funny. He works for, actually I don't remember that, but his stuff is really good. It's funny, like it's super simple, but it's really funny. But
Hmm.
like sadly, he doesn't have many subscribers. But like he has like 400 videos,
Right
which
on.
is a lot. And now he's doing like damn daily wishes.
Hmm.
Even though the style is really simple, like it must take you like at least 3 or 4 hours every
Right
night
on.
after work or something like that.
Yeah, getting it done.
Yeah, yeah, which is still a lot. It's really a lot.
It is a lot of work to get it done. I think a lot of people don't really realize that, you know,
Yeah.
because I mean, there's there's like schools and everything set up for just that simple stuff.
Hmm. And I just think about it like I do, let's say 40 seconds of animation, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I do that. Um, that's a lot because like if you go to a studio or whatever, like the smallest like price you can set for like a minute of animation is like $1,000.
Hmm.
So if you do 40 seconds and then you see your revenues like here have your 70 cents.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
which is rough.
Later. So like you gotta appreciate that these people do like even a second that they do and they upload that second is a lot.
Yeah. You spoke of a studio. So do you have like aspirations to join a studio or anything like that?
I don't know. I like freelancing, but the thing about freelancing is that um, like 1 month you get maybe a good amount, like maybe or probably like 3,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 or whatever.
Hmm.
But maybe next month it will be nothing at all, or maybe like $200. Thanks, and then
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, if I were in the studio, like the main problem here is that there's like two studios here. They don't do we don't do series. We just do like commercials and stuff like that. So
Right on.
you know, and they pay really low sometimes, like crazy low. So I would like to join the studio, but I don't know if I would like to join the studio.
Right on.
Right now, what I'm doing is that I'm trying to like keep learning and stuff, and I'm just 21, so they're stuck. They're stuck. I've
Yeah.
done. I think I've done quite some, just 2 years, I guess.
You
Yeah,
have actually. You've put in quite a bit.
for now, I just like keep working with friends. With that guy I told you about, Russ Bollinger and friends, and doing my own stuff, and maybe doing some shorts for I don't know festivals and whatever. I don't know.
Right on.
Whatever.
Yep. Well, we're about to pull up your demo reel here. Is there anything you want to say about it before we show
Yeah, everything that's there is shit.
it? All right. Let's check it out.
Please shut up.
That's some lovely shit.
Yeah, man. I said it was just because like I might do something today, and
Mhm.
or I look at it and I'm like, oh man, look at all these like errors and like things I should have like seen, and that happens like when I made that reel because I wanted to apply for a job, and when I was watching everything that I done, I was like, oh man, this is bad. This is not great. I should like do in a day everything. Like I should do 2 or 3 new shorts or something because it's just like we're talking like stuff from months ago, but like for me it seems like years. Like
Yeah.
I look at it like yeah, I made that when I thought that this and that was like that. That's not how I think now about animation or about that technique or that. And I guess a lot of people have that problem when they see their old stuff. You
Yeah.
just see all the failure and all the errors and everything. Yeah.
No, that
Yeah,
looks good, man.
yeah, I like that a lot. I thought that was really good.
Oh man, thanks. You're lifting my spirit right now. I don't feel so bad now.
um, we're gonna be watching it a little later here, but your latest one, Holiday. Do you play the main character, or is that somebody else?
No, this is my friend, Ross. He
Okay.
helped me with voices.
Okay,
And
I was just curious because I really liked how he did it.
Yeah, it was good.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't have the perfect. Um, I'm the perfect. How do you say this? See, that's the problem. I don't have the perfect English accent as you can notice, my friend.
What?
I
No.
didn't even
I
notice.
didn't notice. Do you want me to talk like this or like? No, yeah, I don't have a perfect like. Hey, want to talk English? No, I don't. So I usually need someone to do voices for me. Except in the last 2 shorts that I've made, where I'm like, oh shit, I'm just gonna do it myself. I don't want to bother anyone with this bullshit. Yeah,
I understand that. So let's see. So what kind of goals do you have in kind of the animated film or animation industry?
goals. One of my main goals is actually like having like a day job of like doing animation, like completely, not just like, hey, I got this cool project this month. I don't know next month, but now it's a cool one. I want to have like some kind of like some kind of balance, like when you have like those monthly payments and stuff, like an actual. How do you say that? How do you say that? You guys work. You guys
You
work.
you want stability basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
stability.
a
That's
set
the thing.
schedule.
Yeah, schedule, stability, and all that. Because the thing about freelancing is that you don't have all that stuff. You might be working for yourself in a way, but you're also being forced like to do stuff way too fast and not caring about like quality. Because you
Yeah.
gotta you gotta meet a deadline and all that.
You're producing it as you feel, not as you've set out.
Yeah, like if you like are like behind on your schedule, you're like, well, gonna have to cut some corners. Everything's gonna be twin now.
Yep.
That's it. And the client might be like, oh, cool, you did it, but you inside you're like, oh man, I'm shit. I cheated the system now.
Gotta produce.
Yeah. Also, working for a series doesn't matter if it is a web series or a TV series or whatever. I just want to like do something.
Just working for something as a team.
Yeah, having like a team and stuff. Like now I'm producing a short for a festival here.
Right on.
And the team, it's me and a guy for now. But I want to keep like looking for more people to work with. 'Cause I think animation is cool because this is one of the reasons I started, which I didn't mention. Yeah, I should have. Um, but I started animation because like I started filmmaking. And the thing about filmmaking is that you need a team. Like, of course you need a team. You need a huge team because you can't hold camera and lighting and everything, also direct and act at the same time. You need a team. And it's different with animation. You can do everything at home and no one will bother you. That's the cool thing. Uh, so yeah, but I would like to like do something with that. Like sometimes when I freelance, I do stuff with friends, but it's just for one job. It's not the same like as having the same friends working with you for like 3 months or something like that.
Right on.
Yeah.
So do you study anywhere?
Yeah. I'm in my third year of college. I'm studying filmmaking, and yeah, that's about it.
Right on.
So interesting.
Well, I mean, some
you
people
you wanna know more? No, you don't.
Sure. I mean, if you feel like sharing, sometimes school
yeah.
is school.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you just need that ear to listen to your podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I've been doing it for 3 years and I'm almost finishing. But it's shit. College, college is not what you expect. More when it's about like, more when you're studying like arts. Like, and more here. Like my college doesn't have like equipment or like any of that. Like we have to rent everything. We have to do
Yeah.
everything ourselves. So yeah.
It sounds different.
Yeah, like it's not like I've heard a lot of schools outside in the outside world.
Yeah.
They have like equipment and a bunch of teachers actually listen to you and like they actually tell you like, hey, this is good, this is bad, you should try this. Yeah,
Cool.
college.
Do you have any do you have any favorite shows, like animated shows?
Yes. You mean like cartoons or like?
I mean, just particular shows that you've seen, probably professionally produced, usually studio stuff that you really like.
Well, if it is like cartoons, right now I'm like watching Clarence and all the big ones, Clarence, Adventure Time, regular show, all that stuff, and I'm Rick and Morty. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, stuff like that. But like when it comes to like other stuff, films and stuff, I watch like all anime films,
Right on.
and I don't like Disney films for some reason. Like I just look at them, I'm like, oh, how pretentious is this? Are they animating everything? They're fucking animating everything at once. Oh, fuck this guy. I'm better than him. No, I'm kidding. But I'm like, I don't know, I don't like it. So I like the shoppiness of threes and fours and animating like on low frame rates.
Right on.
Like anime does, even on movies. I really like that. Is that
Some of the
just
cheaper
makes,
stuff.
yeah, but like, it's not cheap.
Well, I mean, like like studio-based 30-minute specials, things like that. That usually you have a smaller budget for, so you have to drop the frame rates and stuff on them.
Yeah, but like they do cool stuff because like they like having that low frame rate makes them care more about the keyframes and the breakdowns.
Yeah.
Like, they actually matter a lot. Not like when you're animating on ones where people are what? That's a lot of dogs parked my way. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, when people like see one frame, like 24 frames in every second. Like you don't get to like, oh look at that frame. It has like something different in it. Fucking does.
Yeah.
I like that. Anime wise, I like sports anime for some reason. Like they have some scenes where that's okay. They have some scenes where
We'll give him a credit. It doesn't matter. It'll be fine.
yeah. Like they have these scenes. For example, there's an anime called Kuroko no Basket, where they have these scenes, these crazy scenes where everything is animated like on ones and twos, and like they have these beautiful smears. And I don't know. I usually download them and I see and I watch them frame by frame because I don't know, they look so good. So I like it.
Cool.
Sports anime.
All right, we're about to pull up. Holiday. Is there anything you'd like to say about this piece?
It was a long time ago. It was for a contest. I did it in like a week and a half, and I'm not great at doing backgrounds. But it was a learning experience, and yeah. But it's shit.
All right.
It's bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Holiday.
Please shut up.
Get off my back! Darling, I'm fine. You gotta stop doing this every year.
That was Holiday. You mentioned with that piece, the way you spoke about it, it seems like you feel like maybe it hasn't really stood the test of time. Is that correct?
Wait, what? What do you say?
With that piece, Holiday, that just played, the way you spoke about it, it seems like you feel like it really hasn't, maybe not aged well. You said, like, when you were doing it, there were techniques you were trying, and it was a long time ago. Do you feel it stands up today?
It stands up to what?
I mean, to standards. I personally think it's a really strong piece, but I was wondering what your views were on it.
Well, like, there's a lot of problems, like, with the spacing in some scenes. Oh, there's a com. That's it. So, yeah. There's a lot of like problems with the pacing in some parts, and like with the spacing and the timing. And like, it's like what I'm telling you, and like the style is so simple. So I don't know, like I don't like if when you watch it through my eyes, it's like seeing a film that a guy with no warrants made.
Alright.
That's a nice way to put it.
Okay.
Well, I think it really works just because from a film perspective, it's very interesting because it just uses a very base color, which is gray, uses very simple settings to kind of show a sense of loneliness and emptiness because the scenes are very big, but there's very little inside of them. So I think that really helps it show the emotion that you need to show for a scene like that.
That's a lot of words.
I come from a film background, so I'm used to talking a lot like that.
Yeah.
Like to sound intelligent.
I know a lot of people that talk like that. I'm like, which one if you make a thing? I don't know. Like, I showed it to a friend of mine that studies with me, and he was like, "Oh man, like there's so much like feelings." And I told him, "Here's the thing." And he's like lonely in the world. Like he's the only one in the, like not even in the streets. There's no one. And I'm like, well, I had like 2 weeks to finish it. And I wasn't going to animate more than one character. So, you know.
Well, I think it works for the piece really well.
Yeah, and it was
particularly
like
the idea.
It was like in the gray tones. You know what gray means, right? You know. And I'm like, I just don't know much about coloring. So, I just did like grayscales. That's the whole thing. In each student, he was like, well, but like like it was at the end. He was like, okay, yeah, sure.
See, but that's the thing. Like, people don't really give the respect like laziness needs in animation because one of my favorite stories to tell is when I was talking to Fred over at Frederator a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
He told me how he
every other day.
I only talk to him like once every 6 months maybe. But he told me how he hired the people to do the animation stuff for MTV back in the 80s, and he said, I hired these guys to do claymation because claymation was the cheapest animation you could get at the time.
Yeah.
And that's the entire reason that the original like MTV logos and stuff had claymation.
And it works.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
because that's the thing. Like I had work coming in. I started freelancing at that time, more or less. And I wanted to enter NADA, which is the name of the tournament. Because like the good thing about that tournament is that it allows you to like improve your skills. Like it makes you do a whole minute, more than a minute, in less than a month. So that's like working freelance pretty much.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that because I feel like I needed to improve a lot of stuff. So I said, well, I have to finish off this gig, but I also want to do this film. So what's the easiest and fastest way to do it? One character, great colors, simple backgrounds. What else? Oh, and not a lot of animation. Like the one that took more, I guess, is the part where he's in his bedroom, where you hear the shower and then he's like fixing his tie and stuff. That's like the part that took like probably a day. Back in the day.
Right on. Nope.
Films.
All the pieces come together.
In animation, man. You gotta do it quick. You gotta do it shit. But now I don't feel much that way because like that's why I think I'm not gonna join this year. Because if I want to do something, I wanna make it like really good, so that I don't feel like, man, that was really lazy for me. That doesn't look good. That still haunts me every day. Every time that's why I like the 2 times you guys show stuff. I'm like looking away, like, oh shit, here he comes. It's coming back. I don't want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you've joined the Frederator Network, how are you liking kind of like the atmosphere of all the different creators and kind of like the collaborations that they all do?
I like the fact that they arrange collaboration, because I know, like, I love the other fact that they actually like listen to you. Like every time I've emailed like 3 times to Jen, and it was for like a revenue thing. I don't know, I didn't get it. And like every time I do it, it's like, 10 minutes, and there's the response, and it's like a long response. It's like they're just waiting. Like, I hope someone emails me today. Like they're just waiting for you to like email them. Unlike other networks that I have friends at other networks like Maker and Mondo Media and all these other networks, and they tell me that they're not so well with communication, and they don't arrange like um, collaborations or anything like that. It's just really nice, and it's also nice that they don't um, like they accept every submission. That they're not like, oh man, this is shit, and they just throw it away. Please, someone comes that knows how to animate. They just take everything in and they add it, and they just they polish it and everything. They give credit to everyone. I think that's it. That's good. They're cool people.
Right on.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Evan, you want to end off with anything?
I think your style is really developing really well. I'm hoping to see big things for you in the future.
Ooh, thanks, man.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, it was really great talking to you.
Thank you for joining us.
I really enjoyed like your insight that you gave in kind of your animation process. Anything you want to plug before we head out here?
Don't do drugs and stay in school, kids. Okay.
So
But not college. Don't do.
see, Francis, you need to start off with the positive message. You don't start off with people getting kidnapped.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Maybe he's the one kidnapping them. You don't know. Maybe he's.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that if I were in a movie, I will be the bad guy or the black guy. Oh, jokes. Okay. No, a lot of people tell me that I'm kind of like pessimist about some stuff, but like, come on, get used to it.
It takes all kinds. All right.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah.
And of course,
thanks for inviting me. It was kind of unexpected, actually, because I'm not good. So it's weird you guys like wanted to talk to me. So cool.
we want to talk to everybody, man. We love animation.
Cool.
Oh, one last thing. I love the quote on your YouTube page. Someday it will rain booty. Subscribe meanwhile.
Where did that come from?
I was doing a song about Buddhists. It was actually after Booty Man. And I was doing a song that was going like butts. And then it had like a Slash type solo from Guns N' Roses.
No way.
Yeah, I was gonna record everything. I even have like some stuff recorded, and like I had like the solo was gonna last for like 30 seconds, and the characters were gonna be like, yeah, he's still doing that solo, cool thing. The song was pretty cool and everything, but it's kind of tiring now. Like, I don't know, it's getting kind of old, And it was gonna end like abruptly with something stupid, like it's how everything I do ends.
If there's one life lesson that you should learn is that butts never get old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Butts are timeless.
Yeah. I did that banner because it was kind of like a way to like introduce to what I was doing at the time. But then jobs and gigs and shit came, and I was like, yeah, I'm not so sure I want to do this anymore. This looks kind of silly. Like the best way for me to finish a short or a project if I do the idea and the storyboard and the audio all in one day. Like if I do everything that day, it means I'm gonna start animating the second day and just gonna keep going from that. Cause if I'm like I'm gonna write it today, tomorrow the storyboard, then the audio, and then it's not gonna it's not gonna work. I just get like, oh, this is fucking stupid. I'm not gonna do this. So yeah, animation, great things. with Francis.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, man. Thank you, everybody, for viewing. I've been Evan. My co-host is Zach, and just remember, someday it'll rain booty. In the meantime, check out 50 OFL. Take care, guys.
Back to your tunes. That is music. Back to your tunes. That is music. Part two. That is music.